So we're now going to talk about another Flux factory method operator. We've talked about a bunch of them before. This is one that's called generate. And the generate operator will create a flux by generating signals one by one via a callback. And the parameter that's passed in, which is a consumer called generator, is called in a loop after a downstream subscriber has subscribed. And as we'll see, the callback should call the next error or complete methods to signal a value or to terminate an event. And it returns a new Flux instance that will emit all these values. Now, here's an interesting little trivia piece to remember. This will only generate one event at a time, which is kind of a de facto form of back pressure. Very simple form of back pressure because it's doing them one by one, but that's basically the way it works. So you can see here that if we say Flux generate and we pass it the right parameters, what it'll do is it will go ahead and return the next random big fraction, next unreduced big fraction here. And it'll just do one of them at a time. In contrast, the create method that we looked at before, the create factor method, produces events whenever it wishes to do so. So it'll ignore back pressure. So this one preserves back pressure in a very simple, somewhat lame way, whereas create just, it ignores back pressure unless you want it to think about back pressure, but it doesn't deal with it otherwise. RxJava has a generate operator that works in pretty much the same way that the generate operator works on Flux, same kind of idea. And streams for Java streams also have a generate operator, or operation as they call it in streams, which can work the same way. It'll basically generate an unbounded number of things. So that's the end of the discussion of yet another factor method in the Flux class. We will show an example of this, of course, when we get to the case study, but it's mostly here just so you're aware of the fact that there's other methods that do things.